March 27th. The towns Judah inherited. Joshua chapter 15, verses 20 through 23. This was the homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Judah. The towns of Judah situated along the borders of Edom in the extreme south were Kabzeel, Eder, Jaguar, Kenna, Dimona, Adada, Kedesh, Hazer, Ithnan, Ziph, Telem, Beloth, Hazer, Hadattah, Kerioth, Hezron, that is Hazer, Amam, Shema, Malada, Hazer, Gada, Heshman, Beth Pelet, Hazer, Shaul, Beersheba, Biziothia, Bela, Aim, Ezem, Eltolad, Kazil, Horma, Ziklag, Madmana, Sensana, Leboath, Shalim, Ain, and Rimmon. 29 towns with their surrounding villages. The following towns situated in the western foothills were also given to Judah: Eshtaol, Zorah, Ashnath, Zanoah, Ingammam, Tapua, Enam, Jarmuth, Adullam, Soka, Azkah, Sharim, Adatham, Gedera, and Gederothaim. 14 towns with their surrounding villages. Also included were Zenin, Hadashah, Migdalgad, Delin, Mizpah, Joktheel, Lachish, Baskath, Eglon, Caban, Lamam, Kitlish, Ginderoth, Beth-dagon, Naamah, and Makdah. 16 towns with their surrounding villages. Besides these, there were Libnah, Ether, Ashan, Iphath, Ashna, Nezib, Keilah, Achzib, and Mersha. 9 towns with their supporting villages. The territory of the tribe of Judah also included Ekron and its surrounding settlements and villages. From Ekron, the boundary extended west and included the towns near Ashdod with their surrounding villages. It also included Ashdod with its surrounding settlements and villages, and Gaza with its settlements and villages, as far as the brook of Egypt and along the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. Judah also received the following towns in the hill country: Shamir, Jatir, Soko, Dana, Kiriath Sana, that is Debir, Anab, Eshtemoth, Anam, Goshen, Holon, and Gilo. 11 towns with their surrounding villages. Also included were the towns of Arab, Duma, Eshan, Janam, Beth Tupah, Apka, Humta, Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, and Zior. 9 towns with their surrounding villages. Besides these, there were Maon, Carmel, Ziph, Juttah, Jezreel, Jokdeam, Zanoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah. 10 towns with their surrounding villages. In addition, there were Haul, Bethzur, Gedor, Marath, Beth Enoth, and Elkton. These towns with their surrounding villages. There were also Kiriath Baal, that is Kiriath Jearim, and Rabbah, 2 towns with their surrounding villages. In the wilderness, there were towns of Beth Arabah, Middin, Sekakah, Nibshan, the city of Salt, and En-gedi, 6 towns with their surrounding villages. But the tribe of Judah could not drive out the Jebusites, who lived in the city of Jerusalem. So the Jebusites lived there among the people of Judah to this day. The inheritance of Ephraim and Manasseh, Joshua chapter 16, verses 1 through 3. The allotment for the descendants of Joseph extended from the Jordan River near Jericho, east of the springs of Jericho, through the wilderness and into the hill country of Bethel. From Bethel, that is Luz, it ran over to Adaroth, in the territory of the Arkites. Then it descended westward to the territory of the Jephthalites, as far as lower Beth Horon, then to Gezer and over to the Mediterranean Sea. The land given to Ephraim. Joshua chapter 16, verses 4 through 10. This was the homeland allocated to the families of Joseph's sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. The following territory was given to the clans of the tribe of Ephraim. The boundary of their homeland began at Adaroth Adar in the east. From there it ran to the upper Beth Horon, then on to the Mediterranean Sea. From Michmethath on the north, the boundary curved eastward past Tanath Shiloh to the east of Genoa. From Genoa it turned southward to Adaroth and Nara, touched Jericho, and ended at the Jordan River. From Tapua, the boundary extended westward, following the Kana ravine to the Mediterranean Sea. This is the homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Ephraim. In addition, some towns with their surrounding villages in the territory allocated to the half-tribe of Manasseh were set aside for the tribe of Ephraim. They did not drive the Canaanites out of Gezer. However, so the people of Gezer live as slaves among the people of Ephraim to this day. The land given to West Manasseh. Joshua chapter 17, verses 1 through 18. The next allotment of land was given to the half-tribe of Manasseh, the descendants of Joseph's older son, Machir, the firstborn son of Manasseh, was the father of Gilead, because his descendants were experienced soldiers. The regions of the Gilead and Bashan on the east side of the Jordan had already been given to them. So the allotment on the west side of the Jordan River of the Jordan was for the remaining families within the clans of the tribe of Manasseh: Abiezer, Helek, Asriel, Shechem, Hepher, and Shemedah. These clans represent the male descendants of Manasseh, son of Joseph. However, Zelophehad, a descendant of Hepher, son of Gilead, son of Machir, son of Manasseh, had no sons. He had only daughters, whose names were Mahlah, Noah, Haglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. These women came to Eleazar, the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the Israelite leaders and said, "The Lord commanded Moses to give us a grant of land along with the men of our tribe." So Joshua gave them a grant of land along with their uncles, as the Lord had commanded. As a result, Manasseh's total allocation came to 10 parcels of land, in addition to the land of Gilead and Bashan across the Jordan River, because the female descendants of Manasseh received a grant of land along with the male descendants. The land of Gilead was given to the rest of the male descendants of Manasseh. The boundary of the tribe of Manasseh extended from the border of Asher to Michmethath, near Shechem. Then the boundary went south from Michmethath to the settlement near the spring of Tapua. The land surrounding Tapua belonged to Manasseh, but the town of Tapua itself, on the border of Manasseh's territory, belonged to the tribe of Ephraim. From the spring of Tapua, the boundary of Manasseh followed the Kana ravine to the Mediterranean Sea. Several towns south of the ravine were inside Manasseh's territory, but they actually belonged to the tribe of Ephraim. In general, however, the land south of the ravine belonged to Ephraim, and the land north of the ravine belonged to Manasseh. Manasseh's boundary ran along the northern side of the ravine and ended at the Mediterranean Sea. North of Manasseh was the territory of Asher, and to the east was the territory of Issachar. The following towns within the territory of Issachar and Asher, however, were given to Manasseh: Bethshan, Iblim, Dor, that is Naphoth Dor, Endor, Tanakh, and Megiddo, each with the surrounding settlements. But the descendants of Manasseh were unhappy to occupy these towns because the Canaanites were determined to stay in that region. Later, however, when the Israelites became strong enough, they forced the Canaanites to work as slaves, but they did not drive them out of the land. The descendants of Joseph came to Joshua and asked, "Why have you given us only one portion of land as our homeland when the Lord has blessed us with so many people?" Joshua replied, "If there are so many of you, and if the hill country of Ephraim is not large enough for you, clear out land for yourselves in the forest where the Perizzites and Rephaites live." The descendants of Joseph responded, "It's true that the hill country is not large enough for us, but all the Canaanites in the lowlands have iron chariots, both those in Bethshan and its surrounding settlements and those in the valley of Jezreel. They are too strong for us. Then Joshua said to the tribes of Ephraim and Manasseh, the descendants of Joseph, since you are so large and strong, you will be given more than one portion. The forests of the hill country will be yours as well. Clear as much of the land as you wish, and take possession of its farthest corners, and you will drive out the Canaanites from the valleys too, even though they are strong and have iron chariots. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading and to the hearing of his holy word.
On Saturday, March 29th, 2025, we will be having a Forgiven Women's Group meeting at 10 a.m. If you live in the Bixby or surrounding area, please stop by and check us out at forgiveninc.com for more details. I hope to see you there.